Hello guys. Um Today I'm back with another video today. The video I'm gonna be reviewing today, the movie I'm gonna be reviewing today is a sequel from the year 1983. It's a slasher movie. It's one of my favorite slasher movies. But this sequel is really good and I like it just about as much as the original. Like I know it's kind of a controversial opinion because the original is so good, but like this movie is really good. This is a really good sequel. And the movie we're reviewing today is Psycho 2, Part 2. Um, so here's the way it is. It says Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins makes terrifying homecoming in his role as the infamous Norman Bates, who, after years of treatment in a mental institution for the criminally insane, has come home to run the Bates Motel. Vera Miles returns as a woman who's still haunted by her sister's brutal murder in the ominous motel where it all occurred many years ago. Meg Tilly, Robert Loggia, and Dennis Brand co-star in this terrifying sequel to Alfred Hitchcock's classic film. So, this movie picks up 22 years later after the events of the first Psycho. Um, yeah. So Norman Bates, spoiler, Norman Bates is actually not the killer in this movie. Someone else is killing people around the house. But so the movie, it finds Norman Bates, being rehabilitated back in society because they say he completed his treatment, and they say he was found not guilty because of reason of insanity. So yeah, they're ready to release him to go back home, but um, the lady Janet Leigh's sister in the movie doesn't want him to be doesn't want him to be set free because she still thinks that she still thinks that he hasn't changed, that he's murderous, and well, I don't know, but he was adjusting to life in the hotel. Um, you know, it was the past. It was back then. Norman Bates was actually real. He was sane in this one. He got a job working in a diner. Um, the other guy that was running the motel when he was locked up, uh, he was just using the motel to run for sex and all that, for drugs and stuff like that. But yeah. Meg Tilly's in this. She's Jennifer Tilly's younger sister, and she looks just like Jennifer Tilly. Um, she also works in the diner where he works at, and well, they become friends, and she stays the night in the house, and once Norman Bates comes home, like before he meets her, he starts having visions again, and well, so the late so Meg Tilly's mom, which is Janet Leigh's sister, thinks that Norman Bates is still a danger to society, and she's not like, oh well, let's get him recommitted again, like, oh, there's another murder. It was Norman Bates up to his old tricks. Like, let's get him recommitted because, you know, he's just gonna kill again, and like, oh, people don't change. But I'm all like saying to myself, some people can change. If you complete your treatment, like if you're in prison for something you did, and you've been locked up there for years, um, and people say, "Oh, have you feel like you changed? You've been hit." Some people say, "Yeah, I have. Um, I'm no longer that person. Yeah, I'm not that person no more. The person is long gone. Um, you know, I made a stupid mistake and I paid for it. I already paid my debt to it. So I'm no longer a danger to society. I'm ready to revisit. I'm ready to revisit the world again." So Norman Bates was actually sane. Like he wasn't insane in this. He wasn't a bad guy in this movie. But it has Anthony Perkins is still awesome in this world though, even though he's not a bad guy. So yeah, someone around the house is actually killing people. There's a lot more kills in this one than the first one. This one actually has just a tad more gore than the first movie. Um, but this movie was released 3 years after Alfred Hitchcock died. If he was still alive, he probably would have like been proud of the sequel. Um, Quentin Tarantino said he actually prefers this over the original, which I respect him. I respect the hell out of that. He's a good director. But like I said, yeah, Norman Bates is he befriends Meg Tilly and all that. She stayed with him, and he starts having like visions, and he starts hearing voices again, and he receives notes and all that. You know, And even Meg Tilly sees somebody dressing up as the like even she sees somebody in the house too, or she thinks someone else is in the house. And like I said, it turns out that someone else is killing people around the house. Like the other motel manager that was running the motel when Norman was locked up, he gets killed first, and then these two lovers go in his basement and they start making out, and then the boyfriend gets killed because the window slams on his hand, and then the mother just stabs the hell out of him with a knife. Um, and then you also have and then the mother also kills this lady right here, that old lady right there. That's the sister of Janet Leigh in the movie. She gets killed too. Like she actually gets killed. She gets the knife. She's a good kill. She gets the knife penetrating to her skull, and it's bloody. When the score plays, it's freaking intense. And then of course, Meg Tilly accidentally kills Norman Bates' doctor by mistake because she got startled, and she in turn gets shot by the police. So yeah, there's like 6 kills in this movie, I think. Yeah, and then Norman Bates kills this lady. Okay, for those of you who haven't seen this movie, there are spoilers, but everyone else be seen this. Yeah, there's an old lady that worked in that diner too, and she worked in that diner too, and Norman Bates worked. She's the one who she begged Norman Bates to get a job. She was the one killing people, and it's revealed that she was actually the actual mother. That his other mother was actually the aunt. So it reveals that she was the one killing people. Like she revealed it, like, oh well, um, you know, um, I was like they put me away for a while too because I couldn't handle a baby on my own. So they had her committed for a while, and then when he was already grown, I guess he just stayed with the mom, I guess. And well, so they're basically saying that she was locked up, that she was also psycho also, and when he was locked up too, she was already out. Um, and so yeah, she revealed that, oh, I waited for you, but then when I saw what they're trying to do to my poor boy, one by one, I hunted them all down and killed them. Um, so yeah, she revealed that she was the one killing people. She was the one killing. Like she killed the motel manager, the boy in the basement, the Janet Leigh's sister in the movie, of course, and then you know. So yeah, this movie is actually just a little bit more. This movie actually is more gorier than the first movie. Like there's more bloodshed involved in this one because this was released in '83. This was around the time of that slasher era when there was gory slashers. But this one's not as gory. This one's kind of tame to like. This one's tame compared to like Friday the 13th sequels and Halloween sequels because those are really bloody. But another positive thing about this movie is the score by Jerry Goldsmith. Oh my god, the score for this movie is great. It is creepy, suspenseful, and it just gives me the chills, and it just gives me like those chill vibes. It gives me feel like I'm actually in the horror movie. But like, man, the score for this is awesome. Like I said, when the mother figure stabs the lady to the skull, the music plays. It goes wah 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 like that. It's almost like it's almost like Jerry Goldsmith's version. It's almost like Jerry Goldsmith's version of the cycle theme, basically. Like everyone knows that cycle theme in the shower where Norman Bates kills Janet Leigh, but Janet Leigh's sister got killed by the mother figure. She got the knife penetrate into her skull. The thing went out to the back of her head, and she was holding the knife like that, and the thing went wah 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 wah. But yeah, another cool scene that the score is awesome is where Meg Tilly, she's trying to she's on the phone. She's dressed as Norman's mom. She's trying to make Norman realize that the mom's not there. The doctor startles her, and she pushes him against the wall and stabs him in the heart. By accident, the score intensifies, and then he falls, trips over the banister, and then the knife it goes deeper into his heart, and he falls down. He falls on the floor, and then the score goes like it does that. Like the score is awesome in this movie. Um, for me, the coolest kill in this movie I say would be Janet Leigh's sister in the movie. Like I said, the aunt. That's the coolest kill in this movie. But this plot was basically pointless because Janet Leigh's aunt and the daughter, the aunt just didn't want to move on. She thought that he was so crazy they wanted to put him back in the motel. So they kind of made him insane. So they're responsible for part 3 happening. So this really was all for nothing. But still, a really good sequel. I had heard about this, but I had never seen it until we had this app called Showbox, and they had this movie up here, and I downloaded it and I watched it. And one day we had like a movie night, and we just watched one movie, and I picked this movie, and I was like, oh my god, this movie is really good. I was like, this is a really good movie. Like, it's about as good as the original. I can tell my parents that like, I like this movie. It's sure. Okay, sure. Is it superior to the original? No, but this is as good as the original. Like it's also a mystery too because someone else is killing people around the house. Like it's not Norman Bates, you know. But this movie's really good. Um, I love it. It's one of my favorite sequels. Yeah, I don't have part two or three. I mean, I don't have three or four, but I will get those soon. I do not want to get that remake. No way, no damn way. But yeah. So it takes place 22 years later. Um, like I said, really good movie, really good kills. Um, you know, a bit more gratuitous nudity, a bit more nudity. Um, yeah, more kind of dark and creepy, but really good though. I love it. So that was my review into Psycho 2. What do you guys think of that movie? Uh, leave comments down below. I'll be back with another video soon, or more videos soon. I'll upload more. Stay safe during the pandemic, guys. Just the usual stuff I say. Be good people.